When my daughter-in-law looked me in the eye and said with a chilling smile, "We already got married yesterday. We only invited special people," I realized the $2.3 million I'd given them over 5 years meant absolutely nothing. What I did next exposed an $8.7 million secret that saved 23 other mothers from the same betrayal. My name is Patricia Hartman. I'm 68 years old, and for 5 years, I believed I was the luckiest mother alive. My son James had married a beautiful woman named Sophia. They lived just 20 minutes away. They called me almost every day. Almost. The calls always started the same way. "Mom, hi, how are you?" Then, after exactly 3 seconds, came the real reason. "Mom, we need $50,000 for a down payment on a house." "Mom, Sophia's medical bills came in and insurance didn't cover the $80,000 surgery." "Mom, we found this amazing opportunity to invest in James's tech starter, but we need $400,000. Hit every single time I said yes, because that's what mothers do, right? We sacrifice, we give, we love unconditionally, even when that love costs us our entire inheritance. I kept a spreadsheet. Over 5 years, I gave them $2.3 million from the $11 billion my late husband Richard had left me. House down payments, car purchases, medical bills, business investments, and never materialized, emergency loans that were never repaid. But I told myself it was okay. They were struggling. They were young. They needed help. And every time I transferred funds, James would say, "Thanks, Mom. You're the best." What I didn't know was that they were planning a wedding, a lavish destination wedding in Tuscany, Italy, with 150 guests, a celebrity wedding planner, and a price tag of $300,000. I found out by accident. I was at the grocery store when I ran into Sophia's mother, Helen. She was excited, talking about her outfit for the Tuscany wedding next month. I smiled politely, assuming it was someone else's wedding, until she said, "I can't believe James and Sophia are finally doing this right. The villa's going to be absolutely stunning." My blood turned to ice. "What villa?" I asked, my voice barely steady. Helen's face went pale. "Oh, God, you don't know?" That's when I learned my son was having a $300,000 destination wedding I'd never been told about. A wedding funded by the startup investment money I'd given him 6 months earlier. $400,000 that I thought was going into James's technology company. I went home and called James immediately. My hands were shaking so hard I could barely hold the phone. "James, were you planning to invite me to your wedding?" The silence on the other end lasted forever. "Mom, it's complicated. It's a really intimate destination thing. We're taking it to close friends and Sophia's baby. It's family." "I'm your mother. I would travel anywhere to see you get married." "I know, Mom, but the guest list was already finalized. How much is this wedding costing you?" Another silence. "The $400,000 I gave you for your startup, was that for this wedding?" He hung up. I sat in my kitchen staring at my phone as somebody inside me shattered, not broke, shattered into a million tiny pieces that could never be put back together. The next morning, I did something I should have done years ago. I hired a forensic accountant. What Michael Chen discovered over the next 2 weeks made me physically sick. The medical omega-G, that cost $80,000. Sophia's cosmetic surgery. A procedure she'd posted about on Instagram while claiming it was for a deviated septum. The $200,000 business loan for inventory, furniture for their 4,000 square foot house, the $50,000 for emergency legal fees, a luxury vacation to the Maldives that I'd seen photos as but was told was a work trip. James didn't have a startup. He had a regular job as a marketing manager making $85,000 a year. Sophia was an Instagram influencer with 50,000 followers and virtually no income. They've been living entirely off my money while posting photos of their blessed life and self-made success. 2 weeks before the wedding, They called again, together, this time on speakerphone. Mom, we need to talk about something important. The wedding venue needs a final $75,000 payment by Friday or we'll lose our deposit. Can you help us out just this one more time? I have been preparing for this moment. No. Lord hung in the air like smoke. What, Sophia? Sophia's voice was sharp. What do you mean, no? I mean, I've decided I only help special people, and apparently I'm not special enough to be invited to your wedding, so you're not special enough to get my money. Mom, that's not fair, James protested. For 5 years, I've been special enough to give you $2.3 million, but I'm not special enough to witness your wedding? The line went dead silent. 2.3 million? Sophia's life is barely a whisper. Yes, Sophia, 2.3 million. I get records. Every transfer, every check, the emergency loan, and I hired a forensic accountant. I know about this cosmetic surgery. I know about the mouth D strip. I know there's no startup. I know everything. Mom, it may be unreasonable, James said, but his voice had lost its confidence. Then I suggest you ask 100 people you invited to your $300,000 wedding. Maybe they can help you. I hung up. For the first time in 5 years, I hung up on my son. The text started immediately. From James, Mom, please, we'll lose everything. From Sophia, you're destroying our lives. From Sophia's parents, what kind of mother are you? I blocked them all. But I didn't stop there. I contacted an attorney and filed a civil suit for fraud and financial exploitation. My forensic accountant had documented every lie, every fake emergency, every manipulated request. The wedding was canceled, not because I refused to pay, but because when their friends learned about the lawsuit, learned about the lie, learned that their self-made lifestyle was funded by James's mother, the social media backlash was swift and brutal. Sophia's Instagram following dropped to 50,000 to 3,000 in a week. The comments on her all posts were scathing. The lawsuit took 10 months. In that time, I did something more important than pursuing money. I sent my remaining $8.7 million, and I started the Hartman Foundation for Elder Financial Protection. We provide free forensic accounting service to elderly parents who suspect their adult children are exploiting them. We fund legal aid for victims of family financial abuse. For a workshop, I expected maybe 10 people. 43 parents showed up. 37 were mothers. Every single one had a story like mine. Sarah, 72, had given her daughter $1.8 million in 8 years. Linda, 65, had given her son $890,000, depleting her entire retirement fund. Michelle sent me discover her children were already planning how to spend her $5 million inheritance while she was still alive. We shared our stories. We cried, we raged, and then we helped each other fight back. 10 months after, I thought the Muslim bankruptcy is settled. They retained $1.2 million. Everything they still had from what I'd given them. The settlement included a clause, no contact till I initiated it. 6 months after the settlement, James reached out to me, not with an apology, with a request. Mom, we're having a baby. Sophia predicts he is high risk and we're going to need help with medical costs. We were thinking maybe $150,000 would cover it. I looked at his message for a long time. I thought about the grandmother I could be, the relationship I could have with my grandchild. And then I thought about teaching that grandchild that love equals money, that grandma's value is her bank account, that family members are resources to be exploited. I wrote back, Congratulations on your pregnancy. I will be happy to have a relationship with my grandchild that's based on love and presence, not money. If and when you're ready for that kind of relationship, let me know. The settlement agreement states no contact unless I initiate it. Don't contact me again. He never responded. My grandchild is 3 years old now. I've never met them. James and Sophia occasionally post photos, and I see a beautiful child who will grow up never knowing their grandmother. It breaks my heart, but it doesn't break my spirit, because I've learned something profound. Real love doesn't come with a price tag. Real family doesn't make you choose between your dignity and their presence.
The Hartman Foundation has now helped 312 families across 12 states. We've recovered over $18 million in fraudulently obtained funds. We've prevented an estimated $43 million in additional exploitation by teaching seniors to recognize the warning signs. My name is Patricia Hartman. I'm 71 years old. I gave my son $2.3 million, and he didn't think I was special enough to invite to his wedding. And you know what? He was right. I wasn't special. I was extraordinary. I just didn't know yet. Sometimes the people you give everything to will treat you like you're nothing. And sometimes the greatest gift you can give yourself is the courage to say no. If this story touched your heart, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below telling me where you're watching from and whether you've ever been taken advantage of by someone you loved unconditionally. Your stories matter, and this community is built on shared strength and healing. If you believe in the courage it takes to choose dignity over dysfunction, hit that like button to show your support. And please subscribe to this channel for more powerful, real-life stories about reclaiming your worth when family betrays your trust. I'll see you in the next story. And remember, you are never just a bank account. You are a person who deserves love without conditions.